Hello. Is it working? It looks like it's working. Everything looks different in OBS since that last update. Now I never know if anything's working, except I do. It just takes longer to confirm. Hi, welcome to a stream. We're doing more Myst 3. As I understand it, this should be the last of it. The end of it, as it were. One of those things. Which makes sense, since, you know, did make it into Voltaic and tour the facilities many, many times before finally being hinted into figuring out how to turn the dang power on. But, yeah, we'll probably deal with all that. Dawn of the Final Misting, as you say. There's Myst 4, 5, and Uru. I don't know what Uru is, but I know about 4 and 5. I've heard that they're not as good as the first 3, so we were kind of figuring we'd discuss if that's what we're going to do next, or what. But, well, we'll figure that out, I'm sure. Yeah, as far as what I sent in for recommendations, I only sent up to 3. Might decide I want to do the others. I see. Might nominate Abduction. I don't know what that is. Cool. Well, yeah, so, incidentally, how you doing? Hope things are going okay. Had a bit of a slow start today, but we got some stuff done. And, yeah, it's been alright. It's been alright. Why don't we... I don't have much juice for small talk apparently right now. Time to see if we can pretend to be Atrus. Yeah, well, we'll see. I suspect that... Oh, that's a thing. So when we got to the first cutscene with... Notes. How far back do I have to go? Saavedro. When we got to the first cutscene with him, I was like, man, this guy looks like Wormtongue. That's because he is Wormtongue. And I was like, well, it doesn't make sense because, of course, I know him from the Lord of the Rings, and so that would be like, 20 years ago or something. Except this game came out 20 years ago. So yeah, it's Wormtongue. He's just Wormtongue. He's good at acting because he's an actor. He's Wormtongue. Anyway, yeah, that's the guy. That's him. More recent game made by Science, same kind of gameplay but new universe. I see. Uru was a failed MMO in the Myst universe. They got a single player version later. I'll see. Okay, well, cool. Oh my god, he's Wormtongue. He is Wormtongue. I never read the connection. Yeah, he's Wormtongue. That's why he looks like that. Why he looks all weedy and such. He's Wormtongue. But yeah, I heard the same thing about Myst 4 and 5. Yeah, it's... I mean, all that I have to go on is really the, Steam ranking thing, But the first 3 were like, hey, 80 to 90. And the third, 4th, and 5th were like, 70, maybe 65. So yeah, you never know with something like that. It could not be very good. But... We'll discuss it. But for now, why don't we actually finish up the game we're playing, yeah? That makes sense. I guess my mental image of Wormtongue has him so much more hunched over. It's true! He's straightened up now, and he's not doing he's not doing the voice or anything. In any case, let's go where there's game. The game is over here. Okay. That button. And then we go here, and then we go here. I said we go here, and then we go here. There you go. Now OBS just has to figure it out. OBS figured it out. We're in business. Okay. Good. Load game. There, I did it. That's the one. All right. And here we are in Voltaic, which has volts for once. Look at it go. I'm guessing that I've got my notebook open to the page with this business on it. I'm thinking that'll probably come up soon. I guess we'll find out. All right. So, which... Oh, right. This was the... Yeah. This was the thing where it was like doing that part of the song, but it wasn't the part of the song, and there was a lot of rotating involved, and that's why I named the save file there. I did it. Did I come from here? What's this? This is where I came from. Yeah, I think this is where I came from. Because I remember these little, like, Zen garden pad step things, which are a totally natural way to build yourself a walkway through a generator. I guess, I don't know if this is all Atrus is doing in here or what. I don't know if I can necessarily go that far, like, certainly he sort of designed the way things were going to go, but I don't know if he built any of this, I can't really be like, Atrus, what are you doing? Because maybe there were inhabitants here. What was that? What was that? Oh, right, this is the place where I rotate if I stand still. Whee! It's such a dopey fun little thing that you can just stand on the rotor and it does its thing. Anyway, let's look around now that there's power. Nah, so that's the water wheels going, eh? Okay, great. Now, if only I could remember all I wanted to check out once there was power. Sadly, I cannot, so we're just gonna have to do another tour of the facilities. Let's open this up since I can. Ah! Does this do anything now? Doesn't look like it's going to. Yet. Oh! It does! Well, that doesn't look like I can finish the puzzle at all, does it? What if I do it again? What if I go the other way? And it gets covered up, but what if I go that way again? What if I go this way? Nothing happens. What if I go a little bit up? Nothing. What if I go back this way? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, no gain sound. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's because I have to have the desktop sound on, and if I have that on when I start the stream, I think you get duplicate intro stream BGM or something like that. There's some reason why I avoid doing it, I'm pretty sure, but I don't remember what it is. Anyway, now you should have sound. Sorry about that. Means I always have to remember, and because it's me, I just don't. Okay, so do I have anything in my journal here that looks like this business? Let's see, I shouldn't say it's my journal. This is Saavedra's journal. It's not mine. Those are a different set of gears. I remember. We're still missing some pages in here, huh? I guess that makes sense. There have been pages in every place I've gone, and I haven't gone all the places, so... yeah, makes sense. This was the ball on the wheel puzzle. Maybe I don't have anything about this particular set of gears. Okay, that's fine. Whoops, wrong button. Ha. Ha. I said ha. There we go. Now, admittedly, I haven't looked at Atrus' journal in a while. Was there anything useful in here? I think this is all unrelated, yeah, because... of course, he would have no reason to be writing these particular ages, even if Catherine did remind him about them, because that's not what he was focusing on. Seeing the name Jananin. Yeah. This is as much as it brings up. That's it. Okay. Okay, well, in that case... what's down here? Wait a second, what state did I leave this in? The partially rotated one. Okay, that's fine. I can't interact with this at all anymore. Okay. Is it better now? There it is. He's good. Good. Thanks for the emoji spam. It did help me to notice. Oh. Well, this opens now. That's neat. Sure. It's dark down here. Oh, it's the room that I was just manipulating. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Is it safe to be messing with this out here? Ha! Aha! Okay, so now I need to go back to the other lever, I assume? Which, makes sense since I can't go anywhere here right now anyway. Why must every door close behind me? Why must I be this safety conscious? I was just going to turn around and come back. You know I was. All right. Let me at him. Up. Ooh, it's making gurgly noises. It's making dangerous gurgly noises. That seems like lava, but I can't look any closer. What if I go down? It stops glowing red. What if I go down again? I can't go down again. Well, we'll go up. And then let's see if I can tell what's going on in there. Opening this up seems like a terrible idea if it's filled with lava. It's filled with lava. Can I even try? Nope. The system is built to not let me do something that stupid. Okay, I understand. So I filled that room with lava. Good. I did it. That's just a lock. We don't have to worry about that. Let's go this way. Because there's a whole bunch of outside that I should now be able to mess with, and that should make some difference around here, right? Let's go back to the start. See if anything changed at the start. It's making noises now. That's maybe promising. Alright, so let's see. This is where I... Does this thing work now? Does this thing work now? No, it doesn't. And this thing is just where the book to get back is. And over here... If anything, I think this is actually less accessible to me now, isn't it? This cable just goes straight into the water, and I can't tell what happens to it after that. So if I need to power this place right here, it probably has to be through this cord here, but I don't know how this cord here interacts with that over there. So maybe I need to get for that over there and look over here and see if I can see it from there. That sounds like something Myst would do. You can't see it? Well, why don't you go all the way around and stand on the other side and look at it? And it'll probably be like, oh yeah, I see what I need to do. Okay, go back. All right, Myst. I see how you are. All right. Well, let's go all the way around. And see if there's anything that has changed on the way. Now that we got power. Was I always able to... I feel like I couldn't have gone this way before. I don't know why, but I've... Oh, wait, I could have. It's just it just goes to the elevator, which was dead, but maybe now it's not? Oh. The DNA elevator. Well, half of DNA, so, like... I guess that's DN, which is almost Denis, so... Maybe that... Maybe the people of Denis only have half DNA or something, and it's the secret. That's the secret of their name, has been the entire time. This is the Death Star, the back side of it. Does this mean that I can open it from here? Pull that lever. What happened? Whoa. Okay, it's open. It's closed. So I need to do something before I do that, huh? Okay, okay. You didn't solve that puzzle yet. Okay, I'll go back. All right. Lever. It's nice that even though the lever rotates around with the single helix of this particular elevator, it doesn't rotate the central platform that you're standing on. That was thoughtful of them, who are the engineers of this particular device. Alright, so... there it is. So what can I do about you, What do I need to do to make it stay open or have some significance, whatever it is I'm doing back here? Can I interact with this cable? No, I can't. It's possible that you're supposed to open that lens, or however you want to refer to it, that cover, in order to get this boat out of here? This airboat? I could see that being a thing. Can't reach that. Now I'm too far away, I assume. No, it's right here. Okay, okay. Still can't reach it, though. Or can't do anything with it, I guess. Alright. Well, this might work now. I could see this working now. Let's see. Wappa. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, well, wasn't there another controller? Ah, this. Wow. Steam noises. What if I do it the other way? Doesn't do anything. Can't go the other way. Okay. So this is still not active, it would seem. Very well. What else can I do around here? Rotato. That also seems to not do anything yet. And that's the one that connects to this cable here, which connects to this thing here, which I cannot reach for the life of me. And that goes up there. And I spent a long time inspecting that last time around and trying to figure out what I could do about it, and I did not come to any conclusions at all. This is still broken. I can't walk on that. I may be somewhat agile sometimes, but I'm not that agile. No mountain goat. We'll go up. Okay. Look around halfway up. There's the thing that I can't reach. That's where it goes. Okay. And it connects to that knob down there and seems to dead end there. Unless it's this here, which just is a support wire for this lamp, so I don't think that that would be the case. Go here. Go through the tube. I suppose I will. Okay. Less has changed for the presence of power than I was anticipating, to be honest. It seems I need to funnel that power to the various areas of Voltaic if I want to be able to do anything. That's the impression I get. Can I go over here? I can. Is it useful? No. Okay, then. Can't interact with that. So let's just go back over here. Crack this guy open. See if anything's different in here. Is the thing at the end any different? Absolutely not. Well, then let's just go down here again, then. I'm here. Right. This is the room that I filled with lava. Where was the other? There was another place that had lava. Did I siphon it off from there to here? Where was that I saw lava elsewhere? I think that was over here. Oh! Oh! Well, this is lit up now. Can I interact with it? No. So whatever this is, it doesn't have power still. But everything else seems to be lit up. That's the elevator. Must be. I suppose this is the water wheel indication. Maybe this is the generator itself? Not sure what that is. Not sure what that is. And this... also not sure what that is. Okay. Well... let's go over here... and see if I can get in the hole. I can. Button. Okay, this is the thing... ah, sure! This is how I engaged the entire thing. I had to have that extended in the first place. I can go in here again. Can I suppose I can't retract it while it's on? Probably would be kind of dangerous, huh? Yeah, okay. Just seeing if I could, you understand? Because if I could, I would need to, probably. That would be my guess, anyway. This is theoretically open. Was this just how this was just the generator I turned on, wasn't it? This is where I did the not Silksong puzzle. Question mark? That... was it? I think it was, yeah, because I think I went in here. Right, yeah. This is where we started the stream. Okay, so I can go out here. Yeah. And that's what that big noise is it's the bulkhead closing. And we go up here. And here I could technically turn off the water. What would that do? Probably turn everything off. Seems like a bad thing. It surely does. So if I need to turn the power off, I can do it this way. And thus not have to deactivate the actual reactor. So let's see what the panel, the light up panel looks like when you do this to it. It's just off. It's just no lights at all. Okay, sure, that makes sense. I'll catch up. Hello. Also the big silly for a cloak. Yes, it's true. It's just he goes from... you mean Wormtongue's big silly for a cloak. Whereas, as Saavedro, he's just sort of wearing rags tied on with straps, which is, you know, universal language for dystopia clothing. Let's see. We put the Volt into Voltaic. I love a risky and incompetent walkway. Yes, it's great. The lesson ages, except for Narayan, are all uninhabited by design, so I think we can blame Atrus for at least the weird walkways. Okay, so it was just like a stylistic choice on his part. He thought it would look cool if it was like a Zen garden factory. Not factory, but, you know, generator. And it does look neat, but it's also dangerous. And he then shoved his sons into it because he's the best dad. The best dad. Let's see here. Not the windows, though. That was all Saavedro. The age might have started with all the tech. Who knows how writing ages works exactly. I think we have no sound. There we go. Yes, then I got the sound on. Amazing what you can do when you have power. That's the water wheel spinning over there, isn't it? The DN elevator. Lever opens the peeled mandarin. The peeled mandarin. That big pipe you walk over looks like it's connecting the whole flat ship directly to the rest of the facility. That symbol at the top is the weird well with a door in it that you can start next to, I think. Oh! You might be right, yeah. So perhaps that is the ultimate goal, is getting that thing powered. So I do need to figure out how to do exactly that. That would make sense. Sure, I could see that. I was too lost in it being a big, like a wide-brimmed hat shape. But in fact, that's the island rising out of the guts of the... I guess it's water. There's water there. Yeah, there's water there. There's water there. All right. In any case, everything's just off, so I should probably turn it back on again, huh? I forgot how to do anything. I go here. I go here. I wonder why they have this... I mean, I assume it's just like weather-worn cloth. Maybe it used to be awnings, essentially. Or some kind of protective covering. But now it's just eaten away by the wind and the water. Yeah, probably. But in remarkably good color condition, considering. Anyway, probably stop turning the viewpoint in a circle. That tends to be bad to watch. Sorry about that. Just spinning in place while I theorize. Okay, so we got all that online. How do we do something about that? Perhaps I need to try and figure out where the power stops being on? Like if there's an obviously broken part? You know, I haven't gone back into this room after I flooded it with lava. I mean, I can't while it's flooded, but what if I drained it? Because I genuinely did see lava somewhere else, but I don't remember where. Maybe it was here, actually. Maybe it was here. And in fact, what I'm thinking of is that if I go down here and I... Okay, hang on. We open this up. Yeah. And then we close this. Oh! I can go to the other side of this. Oh, I can go to the other side of this device. But it's still blockaded off to me because I couldn't get this thing out of the way entirely. Alright, is there something I can do about that? Let's see here. It seems that the thing I need to figure out is this. Can I rotate this now that it's on the other side? Yes! Ah! Well, that's fine, right? That's probably fine. Fortunately, this is one of those mediums where they've decided that standing this close to lava doesn't just incinerate your flesh, so, I guess I'm fine. What if I do this? And then this. This. Aha! Well, that's something. What's this? I've done it. Oh, good. Okay, I turned something on, but also, hang on. This is good news, see, because I actually just, that's an early birthday present for the beast here. And she hasn't shown a great deal of interest in it so far, but this is a good sign. She turns 1 tomorrow, as best we can figure out. Anyway, it's, a little bit less bedraggled and better fitting than the, like size-wise, than the shark bed, so we'll see how she takes to it. Yeah. Anyway, what was I doing? I turned that on. So now I need to back my way out of here, I assume? Which means I need to close that up. And then switch side. And then rotato. That drains the lava, which cools and empties the chamber instantaneously. Very convenient. So I turned on that fan is what I did. Okay. Let me get out of here. Okay. That fan is on now. Okay. Perhaps the whole deal with this was just getting to that dial? Perhaps that's all this was about. I had to lower the lava so I could get in there, and I had to be in there so I could switch the gear or sides and then open it up so that I could get to that. So it's about turning the fan on. So I turned the fan on. That's good, apparently. What happens if I try and go up here while that fan's on? Nothing in particular. But it's probably connected to this chamber, right? I can still hear it. I can't see whatever effect it's having. Maybe because I'm on this pipe still. Let's get off the pipe if I can. Okay. I don't actually yet know how to get down there. Wait, that's the elevator. That's the elevator. Oh, that's the elevator. What if I go back to the elevator and then open up the plane thing? Will it be different now? Maybe. How do I return from here? Here. And then here. And then all the way down. This way. But that way doesn't go anywhere, so we gotta go this way. Wait, was that different? That was not different. This is fine, this is normal. Make sure this still doesn't work. Which it doesn't. Make sure this still doesn't work. Which I'm guessing it won't. Pull this. Steamy noise, nothing else to report. Okay. So let's go all the way back along here. Probably would have been faster to go the other way around, but I didn't, and that's fine. So let's go to elevator. DN elevator. Clank. Okay. And I'm guessing this is not going to be enough, but let's give it a try. And then nothing. Okay. So we're not there yet. So what else could that fan have activated? Guess I'll backtrack all the way. Skipoo. Alright. All the way back. All the way back. Let's just make sure nothing has changed over here. I don't expect anything will have. We still have that rotating, but there's no other changes to report that I can see from here. Alright. The door is, in fact, not open. Has that thing always been there? That orange... that thing? I can't interact with it, so I guess let's hope it has been. Can't go down here. Alright. Well, fine. Back to the hallway, then. It's going to turn out that whatever that fan activated is going to be 2 steps away from where I activated the fan if you go the other direction. Well, this is where I activated the fan. So, let's go blue ways. Nothing's changed up here that I can see. So it looks pretty much the same. That's the thing. Oh, that's where I started out. That's the thing I want to give power to somehow. This line here goes off that way. Okay. What's this? Well, that's just the big thing above me, right? I can't do anything with this obvious hole right here. And the pieces of it that have littered the ground. Go over here. Well, none of this seems any different. What if I go down here? That is predictably the same. Okay. I guess let me in here. See if turning the fan on did anything in here. Because I'm running out of places I haven't checked yet. I don't expect there to be changes in here, but if I'm wrong, that's good. The lights in this hallway are off. Why are the lights in this hallway off? This is the closest place to the generator, so what is not getting power? These lines here. But they're connected right to the center. Ah! That thing that I was positing was this thing here. This thing here. Where I was like, that's probably the generator. Yeah, it's this. That's it right there. So the one thing I don't know what it represents is the weird shield-looking thing. Suppose I should probably figure that out. It's something that does have power at the moment. Is that a door? Maybe not. Just a space in the wall that looks like a door, but it's not a door. Can't interact with any of this anymore, because I already did the thing. Which I suppose is fine. So presumably these exposed power cords that are inches away from my bare flesh are all powered right now. But the lights are on. Except for some of them. This one's off. This one's on. Are they just spliced directly into the side of these power lines? They seem to be. So why is this one off? What's wrong with this? Maybe I'm thinking too hard about things that don't matter. Then again, it does seem likely that if the problem is getting power to given places, it's probably significant whenever there's a place where the power is not reaching for some reason. But I couldn't interact with it, so I don't know. Then again, maybe it's like this one and it's supposed to be lit, and just the angle I was looking at it from didn't look like it was lit. Yeah, because that one's definitely lit. Okay. That could certainly be the case. Can't interact with that window. So all these power lines run directly into here, which presumably goes up there. What do you have to say for yourself again, Saavedro? Is this the one about?
This morning I woke up.
Yeah. Couldn't picture your wife's face. Right, I remember. Every time I stand on this thing, and I get that big noise of the door closing at the same time as I start rotating, I'm like, whoa, what's going on? But nothing's going on. I'm just rotating. It's fine. All right. Let's see here. Let's try and figure out what that shield represents. We have the water wheels here, which connect to the generator there, which connects to all the stuff around here. Primarily the one elevator, the entrance, and this. But what's this? Let's see if I can see where the power lines are running to. Jaw harp! Who's playing the jaw harp? Saavedro, is that you? I could see him doing that. Just runs directly into the water, but it looks like it was supposed to connect to here. There's even a ladder that goes down to the base of the water here. Unless that's not a ladder, but it kind of looks like one from here. But it's flared like a fin, so it could be something else. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have a way to fix that, per se. So maybe I have to figure out another way into having it powered. I don't know. Let's see. Where do the power lines come out of this place? Or is that not something I'm going to be able to see? This is back to the ship. Light bulb, can't interact with it. Or that. We got these things, but they're not anything. All we have down here is the ladder. I don't have any way of interacting with this dish here, or the ship. If ship it be. Do I have a way to bypass this? Not really. Where is this supposed to go, incidentally? If I could get over there, what good would it do me? I don't see any controls over there. I don't see a ladder. It doesn't look like an elevator. Unless there's something on that end which allows you to control what this thing is doing, which I wouldn't be able to tell from over here unless it was more visible than it apparently is. But this isn't powered. Could this be the shield-shaped thing? If it was, why? What about it looks like that? Maybe if I step through that door over there and look at it. Doesn't look like that. Doesn't look the same. Okay. That's where I came in. Cannot go to the ship. No matter how hard I smell it, I cannot go there. This passageway, I hadn't really made the connection, but it goes straight through the Death Star thing. Which would be right down there. The lever should be just below me here. That is the Death Star dome thing. Can't interact with that. Can I go here? What is all this? Okay. Is there anything I can do here? There's a bunch of cords running along the surface of this thing. Roped to it in ways that I would think would be pretty inefficient, but what do I know about it? I'm no electrician. Giant chain link thing that supports this spinal column bridge, right? I can step over here, which suggests it should have some reason that I can step over here, but maybe just eventually this will connect to that. Like I need to extend a platform or something like that, and then I would have a... Wait, that's where the lever is that opens up this thing. So what good is there being here? Can I get on there? The answer is no. Can I climb on here? No, of course not. That would be foolish and dangerous. Okay. Just checking the spinal column, making sure there's not anything obvious I can interact with from down here. Doesn't look like there's anything unique about any given step along the length of it. But I don't want to assume anything, you know? There's something you can only see from the center here. What is that? That's probably one of these things. Yeah, okay. What's this? Is that anything? There's like a cleft in the rock here, and that looks like a little cave mouth almost. But how would I get there? It's too far away to get there from here. Go further along, then have a look at it. Doesn't seem to be anything. Rocks. Bunch of rocks. No, I don't see anything particularly notable up here. Alright, well, can't say I didn't search it thoroughly. I mean, I didn't click absolutely everywhere, but I probably should have been able to see something if there was something there to see. Can't go in there. Can't interact with this big piece of chain looking business. I can go over here, which is just like the one across the way, and fulfills just as much purpose, it seems like. Can't climb down, nowhere to go from here. Nothing in the wall. Okay, alright. Open this up, I suppose. Could there be anything else in here? I already know that the way forward is shut, and the way down is open. It's an awfully specific shadow, isn't it? No, it's just the top and bottom of this lantern casting light on the walls. That's normal. Yeah, that's all it is. Alright. I can definitely hear the fan in here. Let's go back down. The fan is there. What did I accomplish by turning that on? I don't know. Hang on, I'm going to catch up on chat. I haven't looked in a really long time. Sorry about that. The symbol at the top is the... Yeah. Right, I read that. There is no lava anywhere else. I think you're just remembering this room twice. I agree. I think that I just forgot that when you haven't interacted with this room at all, it's already filled with lava. Oh, man. Are you seeing this? Can you even see it on camera? You can barely see it at all. Here, hang on. Look at that. Look at that. It's like a donut with jelly in the middle, but the jelly is a cat. Anyway, sorry. It's just very good, and I'm glad that she's enjoying it. Anyway, maybe turning on that fan wasn't enough to solve this puzzle. Or maybe I need to do something else from this point. Now the lava's back in there. The fan is running. I probably should have thought to put the lava back in the room before I walked away, but I didn't. Anyway, I didn't actually catch up on chat, sorry. I will actually do that now. Beast, 1-year-old Beast. Kitty birthday cute. It's funny how much larger she is than your old cat. She's enormous. Trying not to provide hints with obtuse comments. What is the fan doing, I think, is the question asked. What is the purpose of it? Theoretically, you do know where it's going. So the question then is, what is wrong that it's not doing what it should be? Could be the bulb just burnt out. It's been more than 20 years since Atrus has been here, and Saavedra has other things on his mind than fixing light bulbs. That's fair. Saavedra like, well, I must replace those bulbs. I bet it's Saavedra playing the jaw harp. Probably yes. Sneef, sneef, sneef. Shield-shaped thing is, I think, the Death Star Mandarin as seen from above, maybe? I can't be sure, but it's the only other thing. It could be, I suppose. Yeah, it does have that curved bit on the bottom, which could be the dome. She's so encozened. Oh my, it's true. Kitty donut. Very much so. I'm really glad she's enjoying it. All right. So theoretically now, that fan is blowing hot air somewhere. Because there's lava in here, so that room should be hot. So having a fan in the wall of the hot room would either cool off the lava, because, and in fact, why would you want to do that? Or, well, actually, just in case. Just in case that is what you want me to think, is that it's cooling off the lava with the power of fan. Just make sure I can't open it. I sure can't. That would be stupid if it worked that way. All right. Is that that's the tube I came out of. So why would we want to blow hot air over that way? I don't know, but let's go back now that I actually have the lava in the room again. And see if anything has changed. Nothing appears to have changed out here. Can still hear the fan from here. Is this the pipe that the fan is running into? That could be. In which case it's running hot air all the way over here. Which would explain why I can still hear the fan from way over here. Okay. Good. We go back through here. That's a sound. Oh! Ah! Well, that's promising. Can't see them anymore from here, but that's probably fine. Those things. Okay. Okay, so this is working now. Great. What if I do this? Nothing, in fact, happens. So, this puzzle time. Do I want these all capped up? What do I want? It's in the blue. I want it here. There's your answer. Okay. So, close this one. How much did that... Okay, hang on. Let's be methodical about this. Alright, there's no 0 setting, so that's 1, 2, 5. It's 12 points into blue. So let's just say it's at a value of 12 blue. If you turn off lever 3, it goes down by, I think, 11? Turn off. It's not a lever, it's a valve. That is not 11, that is 10. Valve 3, minus 10. Okay. Turn it back on just so I don't, you know, make the thing explode or whatever. All right. Valve 2. Also minus 10. Perhaps I'm misunderstanding what I need to do here. Valve 1. Minus 10. What does this thing do? Nothing in particular. What does this one do? Still broken. All right, so what happens if I turn off 2 of them? We go down by 10. The shadow along the bottom of the dial moves for some reason from this side to that side. Perhaps it's just the shadow of the needle in the center? Could be. Okay, that's another minus 10. We're in the yellow now. Close them all off. Okay. Still can't do anything with that one. Let's pull this thing. Pull it. Ah! Okay. I'm up here now, and we expended some of the pressure to raise me this high, and so now all the pipes are open again? But I'm aiming for that red line, I have to assume. What? I can go... Okay. Can I keep going up? No. I can go down? Yes. Okay. Okay, so from here, can't go back. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11. What if I go 1? Two. Perhaps I'm overthinking this. 4. Nothing happens. Okay, let's go to 11, and then go back 1 to 10. But it popped into the 11th position before it did anything, so that's not a fault. That's... don't take false information away from that. It's exactly the same. Okay. So, I've just reached the second state of this puzzle, I guess. So what happens from here if I close off, say, this valve? Goes down by 4. And this one? Down by 4. And this one? Down by 4. Down by 4. And up we go. Now I'm here. And the pipes are all open again. Okay, making notes, just a second. Level 1. Close valves, minus 10. 1 through 3. 4 not working. Level 2. Forgot how to write. Close valves. Minus 4. 1 through 4. All right, we're at level 3. We're in the red. 1. Okay. I think I get the general idea here. I need to find a value at one of these places where once I open everything back up again, it'll land me here, not where I was. So initially it was at 12 here. So I need it to be 3. Okay. I've almost got this. Hang on. It was at 12. You turn off the valve, it goes down 10. It misses the red by 1. It would have to be 1 higher, but you can't go 1 higher. So you gotta go up 3? Down 3, rather. But not down 4. I'm not sure I actually have this, but I might have this. So at this point, we don't want to shut them all off. I'm guessing I can't go up any further, right? I can't, so go down. Okay. Now, open up. Wait a second. So I'm going from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. This isn't looking like I expected. Well, let's just do it and see what happens, and if it turns out I'm off by a little bit, then we'll adjust at that time. Then we'll go down. Okay, so open that up. Alright, that one doesn't work. Open that one up. Why did that look like more? Hang on. Did I have the value wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it's 10. Okay. Okay, I definitely have this wrong. I can already tell I have this wrong. I'm currently off by 5, aren't I? We're now at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we need to be at 3, which means I have it entirely wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So 0 theoretically is here. So let's count what I'm actually supposed to get to if this is 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 accounted for in red. Are the long lines each 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we got to go 10, 20, 30, 41. We got to get to 41 using 10s and 4s and 1s. But I can only use up to 3 10s. Got it. I see what I did wrong. Okay. So... Wait, do I actually need to close these off? Or can I just go to the next level and fix it from there? Because I'm going to need 30 from the 10s. I'm going to need 8 from the 4s. And then I'm going to need 3 from the 1s. So, can I just go up like this? No, I can't. Okay, so we gotta close them off or I can't go up there. It's technically a math puzzle, they're just making you solve it in a weird way. Involving, you know, physical movement and stuff. Lever. But since I have 3 closed in the top level right now... Because I did leave it that way when I went back down. Yeah. I should just need to close 2 of these. And as long as it lets me go back down, I think I win. It does. So now we just open everything up that will open up, and that should hit it to 41, provided I've done my math right. Which is not guaranteed, given that that's a 1 point below. That's a 9. That's 29. That means I did it wrong. But let's just confirm that I did it wrong. I did it wrong. Okay. Should have gone up to the 3rd level and confirmed it before I came back down. That's the lesson here. Close everything up, because otherwise I can't go up. Okay, it's currently set to 10. No, 9. It's currently set to 9. Which means I only have it set to 1 up there, not 3, which is the problem. Okay. So I had it backwards, what counts and what doesn't. That's 1. This is not 3. Makes sense. You open them up and you get more on this meter. So that's 11. So now I just go all the way down. I just had it backwards on the 1s level. That's what it was. I had it backwards. All the way to the bottom. Now we just open everything. Considering that I understood roughly what it wanted from me pretty quickly after getting here, that took me way longer than it should have. I was just trying to rush the process. There you go. It's set to the line, so now I guess I go over here and I do this. Yes, that is what I do. Okay, and that powers that thing? Really? Oh, it's a Zeppelin. Okay, so that's ready to go through the thing, provided I open it. Clang. So I need to free you? I'm guessing I can't ride you. Not from here, anyway. It's way too high up there. Oh, wait, no, this is the thing I need to get into. I can't get there from here. So, let's go release it into the wilds. Seems like progress. I don't yet understand how this is going to help me achieve my goals, but I did a thing. Let's hope it helps me achieve my goals, because my guess is once you open up this thing and let it out, you can't get it back in again. Seems a pretty safe bet. Come on out, Zeppelin. It was so ready for this. Look at it go. So is this actually like a Zeppelin ferry? Can I get on board? It's got a seat. I feel like I should be able to. Do you have a dock? Or I'm just gonna have to... Oh yeah, you do have a dock. And you have made it so I can't go back the way I came. Well, good thing I can get on board then, because I don't have another choice. Yep, I'm stuck. Well, fine. Then I guess I'm going this way. Isn't this going to take me to the other side of the entrance to this particular age? Where that busted part was? I like how it nearly falls over whenever it goes on over one of these support arms. It's really good design. Makes me feel really good to be riding it. Is it getting faster? Are you actually trying to take off? Or are we done? We're done. Okay, I'm here now. Good. Good. Great. I'm going to hang out right here and catch up on chat because I always spent a long time solving that puzzle and then didn't read anything because I didn't want hints. No. 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 Me sitting by an active volcano with one of those USB fans. Set, damn you! Steam. Saavedro broke that wheel to annoy you. This is canon. I think you're probably increasing the pressure, not decreasing it. Closed valves equals more pressure. That's true. The thing this puzzle does a bad job of showing you is that these are not the same set of valves. There are 3 sets of 4 valves. The bottom right one is broken. Yes, that's the impression that I got. You can't really see them if you look up or down, but otherwise, why would they be popping open or shut without making any noise while they were doing it? Yeah. But in actuality, this is quite similar to the airship power puzzle in Myst with extra steps, as I think Sharky is thinking. Wow, yeah, that's kind of mean. You can't see the thing go down while looking at the valves. Nope. Also, how doing? I got tripped up with this as well because the initial assumption is that you're going up and it makes all the valves pop open, but no, it's just the second set of valves which were open. Shark, why are you counting from red? Just count from right side of blue. It's 19. I guess this works? The lift is using the same pressure as the valves, so if all the valves are open, the lift has no pressure. Never rush the process. And that's the shape that's representative of this age, by the way. It's the airship body. Imagine if the airship was unrelated. It was just for a little fun ride. I guess you're right, isn't it? It is the airship body. Yeah, it's got the little thing underneath a leaf-looking guy. Makes sense. And the reason I was counting from red was because if you close all the valves... Oh, I see what you mean. You close all the valves, it goes to the top of red, which it should be max pressure, and you needed 41 less than max pressure. I see. Yeah, that would have been another way to do it. You're absolutely right. I did it backwards. Whatever, it worked. Whatever, it worked. Whatever, it worked. Okay, so now I'm here, and we better hope that that lever solves my problems because I think I'm stuck otherwise. Lever. Oh. Okay. Is that why it looks like a little hat in the drawing? There he goes. Okay. Thank goodness it stops right there, huh? Is that a staircase made of rocks floating in the air that I'm then expected to climb up with my meat feet? Seems incredibly irresponsible. Alright. I guess go over there, boat. We're just going up. Yeah, okay, that's fine too, I guess. Ah. Alright. So you made the island float into the air when you successfully complete the puzzle because you were showing off, Atrus? Is that the idea? It seems like that was the idea. Hey, check it out. The other book is like, no, don't use this one. You just finished it. What are you doing? Alright, let me in. Woo! Alright, cool. Oh, I need to go down and into it. We're going into the base of this thing? Seemingly? Is that like a circle ladder? It is a circle ladder. So you can have like multiple people climb up and down the ladder at once if you want? I don't know why you would do that, but sure, man. Okay, apparently I turned that. Oh, that's this. Oh, it's the, I see. So I have to actually draw this while standing on this little ledge directly above 20-foot drop? At least? Maybe 30? It's got a butt. The bottom looks like a butt. I guess probably these symbols got changed by Saavedro because the original symbols, Atrus would have just known them. But Atrus isn't here. So anyway, Saavedro drew a butt. Saavedro, you do a butt. I know your secrets. Where's the book? Is it in here? Cool, thanks. Jananin. I guess we going back. Whee. Back to the bird tower. It's like a bird with a little hat. I'm back. Hello. All right. Did I actually catch up on chat? Did I actually catch up? Remember the electrical stones? Here they are again. Voltaic is known for its electrically conductive rocks. That was the puzzle in Saavedra's office. It also included the fly trap. It was two-parted. The symbols do have meanings which will become relevant, but Saavedra basically just rearranged them. Oh, okay. I see. I see. Electrically conductive rocks in Saavedra's office. I remember the fly trap. I remember the scales. What was the third one? I'm actually going to go look at it before I put this thing in the thing and have Saavedro snark at me some more. Can't skip the process of the elevator coming up. That's fine. Okay, and then button. Shut all the doors. Then we go to the bottom. Okay. We out. Oh! This... Was it this thing? This rock produces the electricity that does this thing? So I'd actually associated that with being part of the flytrap puzzle, which was why I didn't make the connection that it was a different thing. So when you said electrically conductive rocks, I was like, what? What are you talking about? But no, it's because this rock right here is the thing that's creating the electrical charge that goes into this. Maybe. Or it's this thing in the tube over here. It's the thing in the tube. See, they're doing the spiral thing. That's what it is. That's what it is. I was thinking it was magnetism, but it's not magnetism. The electricity just does that to the rocks of Voltaic. Which I guess I see why he named it Voltaic. Okay, cool. All right, thank you for pointing that out. I had not made the connection. Nope. Let me in. And lever. Skip it. Right, and then we go out, and it takes a while because there's two doors. There we go. All right. Then we take the butt, and we put it on here. All right, Saavedro. What else you got for me? A walkway. Oh, hi. It's me.
You've done well, my sons, but there's still one task ahead of you. The linking book you see here connects to an age called Narayan. It's a very delicate age. Civilization has emerged in response to the world's imbalances. It's also the first inhabited age I'm sending you to alone.
Very responsible.
Don't be afraid. The knowledge you've acquired here will show you the way in. Use it and see all that Narayan has to offer.
And then take it for your own. Saavedro didn't even edit that message. Because he wanted to drive home that it was Atrus' fault that this all happened, which we already knew, but yeah, sure, I get you. I get you, buddy. I get you. All right, well. Let me just make sure. You know, The generator is part of the flat trap puzzle and the stone puzzle. Yeah, there it is. We're not your sons, Atrus. It's true. We're not. And we're not Atrus either. Narayan. Stairwell down. Very green, the walls of this place. Not going to show me much of the age until I actually get there, huh? That makes sense. All right. Was that the parched and cracked earth that I just saw off the edge of the stairwell while I was on my way down here? I bet if I was Atrus, I would be shocked. They have strapped this tree into their building. Nature! Void, intelligence. Love, energy, entropy. Force, mutual society. Transform, contradict, chaos. Change, power, growth. Machine, possibility, civilization. Now, there are multiple endings, by the way, you might want to make a save. Okay. I didn't realize we were that close to an ending. I mean, I knew that Narayan was going to be an important event in this progress, but yeah. My brain is actually trying to interpret the symbols on the walls, so I'm just gonna I'm ending. Okay. So is the idea I'm supposed to put together the 3 pieces of paper? Oh, there's more symbols over there. Change, power, growth, civilization, possibility, machine, future, convey, spur, infinite, encourage, cycle, merge, wisdom, motion, dependence, dynamic, harmony. So these are the bolded words from the journal. What's this? Is that creaking noise I'm always hearing? Is that the roots constantly growing? Because that makes me sort of uncomfortable. What is that stuff? It's not the parched earth. It's like on the window. Almost like frost or mold or something. Ah! Hello? Cutscene. Yes, hello? Hey! Look who it is! Hi! You got a wizard robe. What, yourself?
You're not.
I know!
Where is he?
He's in his house!
He's here. I have his book.
Listen.
So where is he?
I followed you. I didn't know he was a trap, okay?
He didn't come.
No, I did. Hello.
I take relation from him, and he sends you instead.
I mean, he didn't do it on purpose, I assume.
Idiot.
Why am I an idiot?
You actually thought this would work.
Oh, you're the idiot.
You thought that you could force him into coming here, fixing things? Why?
Were you going to hit him with that hammer? Was that your vengeance plan?
Why would you rewrite Narayan? Because of your messages? Because of your paintings?
I mean...
Look at your world.
So
Look at what's left of it.
He's just mad at himself at this point. I get it.
When are you gonna get it through your thick skull that you do not matter to him?
I mean, I could probably try and explain things once I get back, if I get away back, but... Right, so you're the last survivor of this place, are you? Is new plan to hit me with the hammer?
We're stuck here, you know.
Oh, neat.
The linking book back to Chinanan is gone.
Then how did you get?
Behind when I linked out of Atrus' study.
Oh, right. Sure.
As for getting in to Narayan, look around you.
It's green.
This chamber is the only way in. And Atrus installed some kind of shield.
Uh-huh.
And I have never been able to get past it. Not
Okay.
once in all these years.
Okay.
So you're just as stuck here as I am.
Unless I'm better at puzzles than you are.
At least until I open this book. And I show Atrus what it's like to watch your friends and relatives die.
Okay. But he's not here, so he can't see you doing that?
If you do find a way out of here,
Uh-huh.
I suggest that you think very carefully about using it.
Meaning...
Because the one thing I know about linking books, the doors they open don't close behind you.
So if I find a way out, you'll take it as well, is what you're saying. Yeah, okay. But I presumably need to stop you from doing whatever you're about to do to Relation, I guess? I like the big exaggerated step over the threshold a lot, I do. Great. So there he is. And indeed, I'm not Atrus. So this is the shield that Atrus installed. For some reason. And there are floating trees out there, which I guess I'm in one of those right now. Knock, knock. Hello? Let me in. Hey. Hi. I sure wish I could talk. It would make things so much easier in these situations that I'm... What's this? Eh? Okay, so I can turn something on and off. See if it does anything downstairs when I turn that on. Oh. Wow. Wow. This thing is a cat, despite what it looks like. Okay, let's go over here. What's this? This right here. This right here. Can I now interact with the cat? Ah! Ah. Ah. Yeah, okay. And that's where those things come in. Okay, well, let me catch up on chat before I actually put my mind to solving this puzzle. Hello. Yum, 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 yum. Saavedra got all dressed up and everything. And you're not Atrus. How disappointing. The stranger is the best at puzzles. That's the beast. Maybe another save? Oh, so we don't have to watch Saavedra talk at me again? Yeah, alright, I can do that. It's just called Nariant? That's actually better than anything I could come up with. There. Nariant. That's perfect. Thank you. So. Looking at the symbols that I've got, there we go. So we got the one thing that looks like a fruit. Maybe I just need to write these all down in one place and see what it looks like. How would I go about? If only I could just hold them up like that. Maybe there's a place around here where I can do something like that? Like a light box? You got a light box? Okay. Well, I theoretically could put all these symbols into this. But those are the ones that were rearranged by Saavedra, so I don't have to be helpful. Also, I need to pick which one of these three sides these go on, and how would I know that? Maybe it has to do with which ones have wires touching them. This one wouldn't have wires touching it in all three locations. This one... Same. This one you can get a wire attached to it that way. Or there. So presumably I'm on the wrong track there. Okay. What's in that corner? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. This. What's this? It's a cat. Okay. So I need to input like a bunch of codes is what you dang saying, huh? Why is this one different? This one's different. Got a wire going in the top and a wire coming out the bottom. This goes in the center. Oh, this is a single set, whereas the other ones were four sets. Okay. So let's say, for example. Oh, I can't just like draw on this. That makes sense that I can't, but I don't know why. For some reason, I thought I could, but I can't. Okay. So I can't do anything over here. Presumably, I need to put stuff in that one, and it will affect this one somehow. Okay. All right. Then one more thing before I start doing anything here. Let's have a look at these. See if there's anything I recognize. So change. Why? It's doing that on purpose. It very specifically won't let me look at the symbols while I'm looking at the symbols on the wall. Motion is one of them. Motion, and the butt is... The butt is that future? That's future. Motion, future. And then... Change... Dependence? No. Could be intelligence. Is it intelligence? No, it's not. Is it force? It could be force. It's force. Okay. Change. Force. Change. Force. Change. Force. But there's something in the middle. Then this one. This one. Nature. And the circle in the corner. I know this isn't necessarily necessary, but I want to know. Nature and courage. Okay. So, change, force, nature, and courage. I should write these down. Change, force, nature, and courage. I can't write in courage. And then the last one was the one with the butt. Motion, butt. Motion, future. Motion, future. And unless I'm very much mistaken, these are all things that show up here. Energy powers future motion. Motion, future. Energy powers future motion. Do we have energy power? We do. Which means that the 4 symbols I have to put into... No, there was 3. I have to put 3 into this thing over there. Not 4. I probably need to make those phrases. Energy powers future motion. Energy powers future motion. Then nature encourages mutual dependence. And then dynamic forces spur change, and I have change and force, so we need dynamic and spur. dynamic, spur. And then we have the mysterious fourth thing. Balanced systems stimulate civilizations. Okay. So, chat moved a lot while I was doing that. Look at this. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you? You kind of can't. She's right at the bottom there, huh? She had her chin on the edge of the bed. She no longer does. Anyway, it was good. And now it's gone. It's over. I am going to catch up on chat, but I think I know what I'm doing. So take a moment if you need to remove anything, and I'll be with you shortly. The symbols were rearranged by Saavedra, but they're still accurate, if that makes sense. If you figure it out, you'll know what I mean. I think it's doing that because you have subtitles on. It didn't for me. Oh, because I have subtitles on, it shows it at the bottom. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. He does know them already, but he hasn't made the connection that that's what these are. Let him cook. There we go. Hey, Rooney, you arrived at the final puzzle, having what the kids these days call a moment. So I'm here for a distraction. Hi, I'm sorry to hear you having a moment, but welcome. Everything sucks, but I hope the game is going well. I don't know what's going on. We're at the very last puzzle, as far as I can tell. Look at this cat donut. I have a fish next to me. You have a fish? Nice. Is it a good fish? I hope you're enjoying having the fish around. I'm sorry that you're having a difficult time of it, but I'm glad you have made it. So, I'm going to write some stuff down. I'm taking this so I can actually see what I'm doing. I'm going to write down symbols for all of this stuff, even though I have some of them already. So we got change, which looks like that. We got force, no, change. How about dynamic? We got, there's force. I'll just write what they are next to them. Change, force, dynamic and spur, huh? Dynamic and spur. Spur! We got spur. It looks like a frowny face. It's like an angry guy holding a big knife. That's spur. And then dynamic, huh? There it is. There it is. I kind of like that one. It's like a 3D, like a chunky little worm guy coming at you. It's very dynamic, you might say. All right, so we got change, force, spur, dynamic. Next up, we got nature, encourage mutual dependence. Nature is the one that looks like a bunch of leaves. There it is. Nature. It loops around, and then it goes up, 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 hop. Nature. Then encourage. There it is, encourage. Circle. And this guy's got 2 knives, but he has no particular emotions about it. Encourage. Then mutual dependence. There's dependence. Look at that down. Oh, it's encourage, but it's backwards. The guy with 2 knives has moved them to the other side of his body. He's brandishing knives at you to encourage dependence. That's one way to do it, I suppose. Mutual. 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 There it is. Hop. And then it goes like, and we got one of those. Mutual. Okay. Next, we have energy powers motion future. Motion. Motion. Energy. Okay, energy. Nya, nya, nya. It's like a little spring guy who also has a knife. Energy. It could also be like the head of some guy and his mouth's here, possibly an eye, nose, back of head, no mouth at all. I'm not sure. Energy powers. Where are you going? Okay, no more beast. My regrets, no more beast. Apparently it was no longer beast time. Power wheels. Power wheel. There it is. It's also a butt. Power is definitely a butt. Power is even more butt than that other one that I said was a butt. Power is just a butt, and that's all it is. Well, it has that thing hanging off of it, but it's definitely a butt. Anyway, motion. Motion. This is one of the ones I already have, I know, but principle of the thing. And one of those. Didn't really draw it right, but hopefully it'll be okay. It's like an E with a line. E. Future. That's the one I said looked like a butt. So this one has both power and future. Future power is as butt as possible. Double butt, you might even say. Also, this butt has a knife. In the future, butts will have knives. This is the lesson we take away. All right, so now we got the one I got to go whole cloth. Balance systems stimulate civilization. Balance. Am I not seeing balance? Can I just not read? Huh. Maybe it's not exactly those words? Civilization's in here, so we'll get that one anyway. Civilization. And then we got the loops of mutual. Like that. Civilization. And we're looking at stimulation of the civilization. Do we have stimulate? We got a bunch of other words, but we don't have stimulate. Systems. So perhaps this is a situation where I put in the sequences of symbols for the first three, and then I look at the fourth one, and it'll have a symbol that can be interpreted as balanced systems stimulate civilizations if I did it right. But how will I know? I don't know, because it doesn't give me those symbols. Maybe those symbols don't exist. Maybe you need something else that means that, but it's not the same words. Balanced systems. Balanced systems. Balanced systems. Balanced systems. Balanced systems. Doesn't appear to be anything that could even be interpreted as balanced systems here. So, now that I wrote all that down, I'm going to look at chat real quick. Hello. hairy fish, aka my dog. Nice. Hairy mammalian fish. My dog that I call a fish. So yeah, basically Saavedra changing the symbols was he just removed half of them. That's kind of what I thought, yeah. The jelly has vacated the donut. In the future, bots will have knives, words to live by. Stimulate your civilizations. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Okay, so let's go over here and interact with this cat. Okay, let's see here. All of these involve 4 symbols. And indeed, I can turn them on and off. Okay, so I already know a little bit about these. I know that this one, that's the top one and the right one. So this one should not be put at the top because it won't touch their orange wire. This is the bottom one and the left one. This one theoretically could work. And it could theoretically work for this one as well. Okay, let's see here. This one is energy, power, motion, future. Looking for ones that would touch that wire. And the answer is all of them, I think. Except for motion. No motion would touch it as well. Okay, so it could easily be that one. I don't know if I'm thinking about this correctly. Let's just try something, right? Let's just try something. What do I have any ones that touch the top left? I don't know. With this one, the other 2 are spur and dynamic. Dynamic could touch it. Change force. Change force, spur, dynamic. What was the exact wording? Dynamic force is spur change. And I have change in force. So if it went dynamic force, spur, change, what would this one be? Nature, encourage, mutual dependence. Future, motion. It goes clockwise from the top. That makes a big difference. Okay. All right. Let's look at this again. Dynamic forces, spur, change. Dynamic forces, spur, change. I'm just numbering them now. And then balance systems, civilized. That's the last one. Nature encourages mutual dependence. Nature encourages mutual dependence, just in the order I wrote them. And then we have energy powers future motion. Energy powers future motion. In that order. Balance system stimulates stability. I guess I did write these. No, I didn't write them down properly. This is fine. Okay, so I need one that's number 1 in the order. Can go on the top, and we'll touch that wire. Could be dynamic, could be energy. Okay. Then for this one, the third one has to touch the bottom right. The third one has to... Okay, can't be nature. Could be forces. Could be future. All right. And with the fourth one, we need the third one to touch the bottom left. Could be forces. Could be nature. Could be... It seems like we have a lot of options here. All right. But it has to touch the... It has to complete the circuit. It has to complete the circuit. So the first one has to touch the top right, which means it could be forces, it could be nature, it could be all of them. Here we need the first one to touch the top left. Couldn't be nature. So I think that's going to be our main deciding factor here. This one can't be nature. Whoop. Get back in there. And this one also can't be nature, which means that nature has to go here. Okay, provided I've correctly identified how this works. Nature. Encourage. Mutual. Dependence. Okay, we got that one. All right, so between the other two, between dynamic forces and energy, we need one of them to go here and one of them to go in the bottom right. So the first one can go here. The third one can go here. The other set, the first one can go here. The third one can go here technically. All right. Here we have the first one can go here. The third one can go here. The first one can go here. The third one. These ones seem interchangeable, so maybe we have to do them in the order that he said them in the book. In which case, the first one was which? Energy powers future motion. Then nature, right? Yes. So energy powers future motion. Let's say that this one's energy powers future motion. Let's just decide that arbitrarily. I said it, so it is. This is energy. Power. Got that butt in there. Wait a second. I guess like this? And like this? I'm suddenly not confident I drew this right. That's not one of the ones I have either, is it? No, it's specifically not. Well, if I have it wrong, presumably I can come and fix my work in a minute. Future. Draw the full cheek on that particular butt part. And then motion. We get... Oh, we have to draw the E. How does this work? How does this work? Big E. No, it's not right. Like this. And then like this. And then that. Apparently I got it right. Because that lit up, and I'm guessing I can no longer... I can't impact it anymore. So apparently it liked that one. Great. Which means I got to do the last one. So dynamic. Like this. And then we do the inside of the little slugworm guy. There it is. That's dynamic. Force. Force looks like... that. Then we do spur, which is the unhappy guy with a knife. Like that. No. Like that. Provided I drew this right. And then change, which is another one of the fruit-looking ones. Fruit-looking. Do-do-do. Da-da-do-do. Okay. Oh, I did it. Oh, I did it. And some music started up, and it's got a little bit of like it's got a little hint of clown to it. And I don't know what to think about that. So I could go this way. Maybe I should go check on Saavedro first? Maybe I should do another save right here? I'll just do it as a separate thing. Because Nariant is the one I need to go to for the branching things. Shield. 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 Shield's down. Shield's down. Alright, I will check on chat right now. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. The final symbol. It's very satisfying to make these symbols, I must say. I like it. I'm a little stupid and haven't been fully paying attention. What is this puzzle? Symbol matching? Kind of. You had to take messages from a book and convert them into symbols written on the wall over there, and then write them into this console here. In the right order, which is what I had to spend all that time figuring out. Sort of the culmination of everything. Basically, every age we visit has a driving force behind it, and we've discovered the symbols as we travel through them, which make up the forward concept beyond that age. But the guy who trapped us here, Saavedra, removed half the symbols, so now we need to use the library of symbols on the wall to spell out the complete concept. He didn't know about this book that we have, since it was given to us by a friend. We wouldn't be able to solve without this, which is the same reason Saavedra could never solve it. Voltaic, the Butts Age. Woo, I think it's actually Narayan 7, but let's let Sharky dream. I'm pretty sure it's Nariant. I'm pretty sure it's Nariant. Alright, so where is that guy? Where is that guy? How did I get upstairs? It looks all different now that I took the shield down. Saavedro. How do I go upstairs? Here? Was it this? This is it. This is it. Saavedro. Saavedro. Knock, knock. Saavedro! You're gonna want to see this, Saavedro! Fine. That guy, I tell ya. What did that do? It made this, but what's that? Also, the boats here, the trams here look like stereotypical genie lamps. So I put up a shield that I can't go through. Is the idea that I'm supposed to somehow trigger that shield behind me? That wouldn't make any sense because Saavedro can turn it off from this side. Do I have to have Saavedro go first and put the shield around him just to be a jerk? Well, let's go turn off the shield. Is the idea that I'm going to go on the boat and start to go off and Saavedro's going to be like, ha ha, lever turn! Now you're in a bubble! I did it because I can! Because you're not Atrus, and I'm very disappointed. Okay, it's open. Let's just go. Saavedra's not answering the door. His loss. Let's just stumble into the probable trap. It's gonna be fine. So what's down here? I just picked up the Tomana book. Oh. Well, that seems useful. So this is the situation where every game has an ending where you can go back, you can go to or summon Atrus and he can come up and be like, where's the thing I asked you to do? You don't have it. Cool. This is the way that I get that ending, I assume. The problem is the outer shield is still very much down. Wait a second. Which does raise the question, was it Saavedra who broke the symbol? It was Saavedra who broke the symbols. If he saw the complete ones, why didn't he use them to solve the puzzle? Because those aren't the symbols you need. The problem is the outer shield is very much down. There's a shield blocking the little boat and a larger bubble around that whole area. You need to get rid of that one, you need to know something that Saavedra never knew, which I will not say, which we'll find out soon. This game has a bunch of endings depending on which order you do things in here. In this case, there's a little more to that ending. Remember. Remember. Okay, well, this is where I got to book. The rest of the symbols. Balanced systems. Balanced systems. Balance. I figured it was going to be something like that. Something a little bit yin and yang-y. Yin and yang-y. A little bit. Balance is a backwards S. Da-da-da-do-do-do. Systems. Systems. System. System. Stimulate. Stimulate. It's like a guy who is a turtle, and he's got his head pulled into his shell, and he's got his arms up above his face, in front of his face a little bit, like he's going. Woo! Turtle Man. Turtle Man is apparently stimulating. Let's see here. We got one of those. We got one of those. We got the Turtle Man's head, and we got the Turtle Man's shell, which could also be interpreted as two knives. Okay, so presumably, for a good ending, I probably need to put this into the other console to take down the big shield. That's my assumption. So, why don't we go ahead and get the bad one? Tamana. I'll just go over here, and he'll be like, yeah, my friend, you're back. And then Saavedra will show up and be like, I brought a bomb, or something like that, you know. The beast is back, but she's sitting over there just to be difficult. I can't make that show up on camera. It's a pretty good cat loaf she's got going, too. It's a shame, really. All right, bad ending time. I'm just standing in the center of this atrium, just rotating. I'm back! It's rather deserty here, isn't it? I hadn't really registered it before, but it sure is. Anyway. Atrus! Atrus! Hi! You're not Atrus. Hello, Catherine.
You've returned! Atrus, come quick!
It's me!
The fire burned the linking book you used. We had no way of following and thought.
You've returned. Where's Relisha?
The fire burned Atrus as well. Oh boy, I got hammered. In the end, I did get hammered. I got hammered good. I called what I was going to do. He's going to hit me with the hammer. You failed to save Relation. And it makes the squee chirp as well. I noticed when you try and quit out of the game, it prompts you whether you want to save or not, and it makes that same noise, the squee chirp. But I never did it on stream, just so you know, it makes that noise. That's a very good noise for a message like this, where you may have screwed up. Are you sure? Except in this case, it's you did screw up. Multiple bad endings, just like Riven. Just like Riven? I don't think I got multiple bad endings in Riven. Did I miss one? That game has like 8 different bad endings. Does it? And original Myst. Myst has like 3, right? Yeah, Trapped in Denis and 2 Sun endings. Right, I got all those. Helping Cirrus, helping Akinar, and getting yourself stuck in Kavir. Everyone gets hammered. I mean, he did explicitly threaten you. And he hits you with a hammer. He did. He did it. He did it. Try again? What do you mean? No. Yeah, see? It gives you the... No, don't save. It's fine. I want to go to shields down. Load it up. Okay. But now, see, now I have knowledge that I shouldn't have. So I can... What is this? I don't know. Pentagram. It's fine. Genbin here or something? He would love it. Atrus, you finally learned how to interior design. I don't know what this is, but it's lumpy. I guess it's just nature. It's just like symbiosis stuff. Give me that! Right, I want that. We want Tomana. And then we go up here. And so technically I could get in here. But there's a shield. Okay. So Can't go that way. Let's just go back along here, and we go over to here, and we flip this to that. Alright, alright. And then we go over here, and we open this guy up, and hopefully now I can interact with it. How about it? Oh, yes. Okay, here we go. Balance. System. Stimulate. This is the Peking Turtle Man. Like that, yeah? Yeah. And then civilization. Wang, 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 wang. Hang, hong, hong, ha, ha. Did I do it wrong? I did do it wrong. Like this. And there we go. Behold! Now Saavedra shows up and hits me with a hammer. Hi. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I did it. You're welcome.
They're alive?
I guess.
How did you...
I don't know. I paid attention. What? What do you want?
Force.
Yeah, the fourth symbol. So what now? Uh-huh. And now you get freedom and you keep the book and that's it, I'm guessing? Or is this going to be a good ending? Are you going to have a change of heart all of a sudden? Okay. No what?
It gives me hope and strength.
Would you just be patient? I'm working on it, okay? I take it the small shield goes down and the big shield goes up, that sort of thing? Maybe we have to cooperate? Is that the idea? We have to help each other? Or we can't get you out of here? Yeah. So you get in there and I'll just pull the lever. Just give me the book.
I still have something that he wants.
Yeah, sure.
Something that he sent you to bring back for him.
Technically, no.
Release him.
Yeah.
Drop the outer barrier when I'm out by the gondola. Switch the shield so the outer barrier is open.
Uh-huh.
And in return, I'll give up relation.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Do it.
Do it. Have an air. Allow me to go off the screen so that it's no longer a cutscene. Alright, Saavedra. I don't have a cursor yet. Oh, I have a cursor. Okay. Hey, there he is. Hi, Saavedra. I'm guessing that if I go over there, I get a different bad ending? Maybe? Let's see. So, let's just call this one Saavedra. Hi, Saavedra. You're just gonna stand there and stare at the gondola? Hi.
What are you doing?
I'm looking at you.
Go back inside and drop the outer barrier.
Uh-huh.
Do it.
What?
I swear I will drop this into one of
I'm pretty sure we just land on the shield and bounce off, yeah?
What are you waiting
And then we can just sit here and stare at each other in this dimension forever?
Drop the outer shield, or I swear I will let go of this.
This guy is so impatient. Man, how did you earn your wizard robes with a temper like that? Go ahead, do it. Hammer! You failed the sales relation. Whee! Maybe do pick up the Tamana book, though. Riven endings. 1, signaling Atrus before getting Gen. Got that one. Dang it, I keep accidentally hitting enter. But yes, Saavedra had no hope of doing what you're doing because nowhere does Atrus actually say the concept for Narayan. It's true. Signaling Atrus after grabbing Gen, but before rescuing Catherine. Oh, I didn't try that one. What ending was Sharky, I wonder? 3, getting yourself stuck in the prison book in Riven. That one I did do? Did I do that? No. Getting yourself stuck in the book in Tay. Trapping Gen and then releasing him in Riven. You can release him? Oh, by opening up the book and touching it. Trapping Gen and then releasing him in Tay. Saavedra. 7, pissing off Gen by repeatedly refusing to use the prison book. That gives you a bad ending? I wasn't persistent enough. I thought that by using the book I would be getting a bad ending, see? So I just went for it. And then I didn't know that there was a... Oh, I missed so many. Hammer! Is this live action? You could have moved when he told you to leave. It is live action, yes. Or rather, the actors are green screen did. Yes, I recognize that I could have moved when he told me to leave. I decided not to. That's why I did the save Saavedra. Because we were going to not do it and get hit with a hammer. I did it. I've done it. Saavedra. All right. All right, you impatient little wizard man. Here. Can I turn around and look yet? Yay.
Apparently, it's my turn to live up to my end of the bargain.
And let's see if he does it. Yeah, I figured. You failed to save relation. Give me the squeaky noise. Give it to me. Never trust a Saavedra. Wait. Oh. It's not an ending. I have to actually go do something about that. Okay. Okay. Or I could just go talk to Atrus. Hey, Atrus! Atrus! Atrus, help! I'm expecting bad ending, but if this is what I'm supposed to do, I guess I do need another person. I wonder if this is what I'm supposed to do. Huh. Hi. It's me.
By the Maker, you've returned.
I have.
Atrus, come quick. The fire burned the linking book you used. We had no way of following and thought.
You've returned. And where's Relishan? Did you bring back the book?
No. He got thrown into space.
All those people. Everything we worked so hard to restore.
Yeah, but, like, we can go get it.
Without that book, they're lost to us forever.
Yeah, but we can go get it. Hank. 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 There it is. I knew it was coming. All right. So, we got to do it in a different order. Yeet the book, horrible little bastard, man. This was entirely expected. It's true. Off he goes to his little gondola. You have to do the only thing you can do. Return to Tamana and tell Atrus you fucked up. Catherine and Atrus just filthy with soot. It's true. Sharky the book fell into the open sky. Yeah, and we can, like, build a ship and go down. Presumably there's something down there. If, in fact, he didn't make a ground in Narayan, then that's on him, not me. It's gone. No, we can't just go get it. There is no way back to Jinanin. The shield outside wasn't there. That's how Saavedra just left. But there is a way back to Jinanin. Because the book that I took to get to Jinanin, the one that Saavedra left in Atrus's house, oh, it got burned. Never mind. It got burned. Never mind, it got burned. Okay, yeah. The shield outside wasn't there. That's how Saavedra just left. Oh, yeah, and that, since the fire burned the book. Yep, that's the problem. The fire burned the book. Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so we gotta go back to... what options do I have here? I put in the code, it opens up the inside shield. I put in the other code, it opens up the outside shield. If I open up the outside shield, Saavedro shows up and is like, hey, I'm holding this book hostage, help me out. If I don't help him out, he hits me in the face. If I do help him out, he throws the book into the void. There is that lever upstairs. All right. Give me Nariant. Okay. So we go upstairs and mess with that lever some. This lever... turns off the system, this system. So at the moment, I probably can't do anything with this. But let's just make sure. Meow. Okay. So the puzzle is, how do we force Saavedro into giving up Reletion one way or another? Side note to anybody who wasn't here earlier in the stream, which would mostly be Saruna, Saavedro is Wormtongue. I realized this after stream last time, and now you know too. Welcome to the knowledge that Saavedro is Wormtongue. We'll turn on the systems, make sure I've already got the code in that opens up the small shield. Because I think this particular save point should have that open, but I do not remember if I loaded the right one or not. Okay, so let's open this. It doesn't count as it having been done. I swear I did. This is Nariant. Hang on. Load game. Don't save. Narending, Nariant, Saavedro. Shields down. Shields down's the one I want. Shields down's the one I want. Okay. Shields down. Okay. Now, if I input the code at this point, all the stuff goes down the same way it did just a minute ago. But if I open this up, if I walk away, it just goes back down, I assume? It does. So I can't depower the system while that's not... while that thing is accessible. So what am I missing? Or is this something where I have to actually act while he's coming down and reacting to stuff? I'm guessing not, because I'm pretty sure it was a cutscene. I didn't have a cursor, so the first time I was able to interact with anything was when he was already out holding the book hostage. So if I can't figure out a way to bring down the second symbol... Wait, the order you do things. The order you do things! What if... Hang on. Don't save. Actually do give me Nariant. We go Nariant. We go over here and we input the fourth code. But the inside shield doesn't have a system for going down. Unless he has the code that brings down the inside shield. So let's just try this and see what happens, yeah? Oh. Right. I can't actually put in the fourth code until the first 3 are in. So that ain't an option. Okay. Shields down. Is there a way that I can sabotage this procedure earlier than him showing up? Maybe the thing to do is work with Savedno and see if there's a way that I can impact the events as they turn out there. So, don't save. We go Savedno. And we go out and don't trust him. And he gets mad. Hi.
What are you doing?
Going down here. I'm going down here. What are you doing? Oh, wait a second. What if right now I shut down the systems? What if I just pull this lever right here? What do you think about that, Saavedro? What if I pull this lever right here? Don't look up here. You don't see nothing. You don't see...
Oh no. No! 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 No!
Well, this is going well. What's stopping him from throwing the book over the edge at this point? Oh. So now he's in a state of misery and despair. And so now we go and like... Isn't this where we go and negotiate with him? Now that he has nothing to lose? Hi, Saavedro. Give me the book. Give me the book and I'll help you. Give me the book and I'll help you.
Oh, God.
Hi.
No.
Yes.
Please, don't do this to me.
That's that's the plan.
My family could still be alive out there.
Give me the book. Give me the book.
You want the book?
Yeah, give me the book. Give me the book.
I'll give you the book.
Hey, thanks. Cool. Good, good.
Just... Please. Please. Don't do this. Please. I can't do this again.
Please don't leave me trapped here like this. I can't. No! No!
Listen, I would go upstairs, but I can't move right now. You gotta chill out. I can't pull the lever while you're shouting at me. Saavedro. I recognize that another bad ending is going to come about if I go back without freeing him. And if I'm going to do that, I should do it before I do the good ending, quote unquote. This feels really mean, though. This guy got tortured for 20 years by Atrus's terrible sons. I don't really want to put him through more. I mean, admittedly, yeah, he was being a little shit about it, but, like, he has reason to be mad. I'm going to catch up on chat. Is there a good reason to be this mean to Saavedro? Aside from just pure spite? Is it something that's worth... Are you going to be sad if I don't do this to Saavedro? Because I don't really want to do this to Saavedro. I don't generally take much joy in being cruel to people. Out of pure vindictiveness. I'm gonna catch up now. I'm catching up. Here we go. We're catching up. Books are flammable. Narayan 7 it's Narayant. Pronounce it correctly. It's a save before you've solved a puzzle. Maybe you could depower the system after putting in the code. Just going, okay, if you won't help me, I'm not helping you. Fuck you. I will not give hints aside from saying that the Saavedro save is perfectly positioned to get every ending. Now he's stuck. Can't get in, can't get out. What you gonna do, buddy? He's gonna have a mentally be about it. Sharky's gonna do it. He sure is Saavedro. There's no reason you have to do every ending. There's one more bad ending that doesn't involve doing this to him. But I agree, and it seems mean to trap him again. Look at him. Now he has even less walking around room. Yeah, I'd feel bad doing this too. I'm gonna do Saavedro as a save, just in case I find another reason where I want to come back and be like, well, screw you, dude. But I'm gonna let him out. 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 There you go. You gotta understand, man, I have save points, and I know what you do if we just go along with it normally. Hi. Is he coming after me? Hey! Hey! Easy there, buddy. Hammer. Okay. So switch it first, and then... Yeah, okay. Saavedro. Switch it first. Okay. And he's still out there. And I got the shield up in here. And so he can go. And he can't hit me with a hammer. There we go. Now get out of here, little guy. Now you just get on out of here. Yeah, just go. You've hit me with a hammer 3 times so far, man. I really like his exaggerated little hops to get into play. How did it go? How did that trigger to... How did you activate that? Okay, bye. Off he goes. And the wire just snaps from disrepair and he falls into the sky, and that's an end on him. Narayalani, apparently. And off goes tiny little Saavedro, never to be seen again. Okay, cool. We did it. I think it would be hilarious, by the way, if I went downstairs and I switched it back so that the inside shield was down, and Saavedro's ship just comes all the way around really, really fast, and he runs in and hits me with a hammer. That would be hilarious. You just tried to trap him. There's the other bad ending. Yay! Go on, get, little guy. The gondola only wasn't working because the shield was up. I suspect it starts going when someone gets into it. And there's Narayan. Yeah, I bet it was real pretty when it's fully in repair. Probably. Right, well, so I suppose at this point I got a couple options. Saavedro. So technically speaking, I could go to Relation. Oh, it's locked. I can't go to Relation. Can't nobody go to Relation. I suppose if anyone could go to Relation, he would have gone to Relation a long time ago. And wreaked whatever havoc he felt like in there, I suppose. Great, so I guess back to Tamana with me? I guess back to Tamana with me. Hooray! Okay.
By the Maker, you've returned. Atrus, come quick!
I like how she has a
The
hair dangle thing in the front
we
and the
had
back.
No way of following Thor.
You've returned.
It's me.
Where's Relishan? Did you bring back the book?
Yeah, I got it. Haha. Here, hold these. Oh, those are the burned ones. He was just carrying them around for some reason. Great.
Thank the Maker. It's fine.
Hooray!
We're in your debt, my friend.
Yeah, no kidding.
We've been destroyed. Everything we worked for.
Uh-huh.
All the people of Relishan have been lost to us forever.
Uh-huh, that is true.
You must tell us everything.
Yeah, you should probably help out that guy. Like, he definitely wants to kill you, like, super bad. Or not even kill you. He really wants you to just suffer, is the thing. You kind of messed up with that guy. A little bit.
At last I can rejoice, for Relishan has been returned to me unharmed.
Yeah, but what
The
about...
age I hoped would provide a new beginning still lives on. I'm sure that no danger shall befall it.
Are you?
And as I sit here writing in this journal, I rejoice to know that Narayan too is safe.
Safe
The
is a
secrets
word
of
for
its
it.
past have been unlocked, and old wrongs have finally been righted.
Have they?
I know now that we can't escape the past, nor can we rewrite it, hoping to lessen our pain.
I mean, you did burn your
Best we can
sons.
hope for is to continue to learn, to take from the past only that which is good, and move on.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps in the process, we will build a brighter future.
Maybe? Okay. Cool, Atrus. I still think you should probably, like, do some kind of a gesture to Narayan to, like, maybe try and help somewhat. I don't know. Then again, I guess we don't have a way of getting back there. Because the book was burned. And every portal back there is no longer obtainable. So I guess there's nothing you can do about it. Unless, well, here's the thing. No, never mind. When he was trying to keep Riven intact, he was writing in the book that created Riven. And thus he was able to modify it to keep it, to better its state. How did he get that, though? How did he get... I guess when they trapped Gen, probably he took that. That would make sense. So presumably he can't do anything to help out Narayan. Okay. So... why did he build that shield in the entrance to Narayan? That you can only get through if there's two of you. And only one of you can make it through. Kind of the we were here together type of situation. Like, you were specifically sending your sons to Narayan. And you built a gate that only allows through one person if another person is cooperating. Was the idea that you expected your sons would cooperate and thus gain access? Because apparently they did, because they got access to Narayan, much to Saavedra's chagrin. Like, why did you do that, Atrus? Why put in that kind of a gate? Like, what good did that do? Is the idea that you could only send one of your sons to Narayan at a time? And they just sort of had one of them hang back while the other one went there every time? Even when they were, you know, ruining the place? if it was some sort of intended security system to keep them from ruining the place, it didn't work very well, did it, Atrus? Atrus is well-meaning, but I don't know that his plans necessarily work out that well a lot of the time. Like, obviously he knows his business when it comes to making the books that can link to ages, or, you know, modifying ages for the better when he's trying to. But, like, it seems like he gets himself into a lot of situations where he's like, what do I do about this? I can't possibly go and do this. I need someone else to do it for me. You, go do this for me. And then I go do this for him because, like, sure, I guess. But, like, if I wasn't there, what would he do? The answer is he would sit around writing a book forever. We know this because he wasn't expecting... I guess he wanted to do a rescue mission for Catherine, but it really wasn't going well until I showed up. And I mean, you'd think that maybe he could, like, have, between him and Catherine, they could right a lot of these wrongs that have happened, but he seemed more focused on reestablishing the Denis people in a new place and didn't really worry about anything else. I mean, he didn't have any reason to worry about, the place where I just was. Hang on. Narayan. Because he didn't even remember about Jananis, so why would he? Anyway, he's well-meaning but a little bit ineffectual at times, is Atrus. Oh well. But that was good. That was good. I definitely got stuck and ran around in circles a lot at times, but like that's how Myst games go, it seems, and that's fine. That's good. I'm gonna catch up with chat. How you doing? How you doing? Let's see here. I love the pink clouds and green trees. Blue-green. It seems kind of depressing now. It does look like there's a city over there. Good chance this whole civilization's still alive. These save names. No Relishon for you. And that's Relishon's descriptive book, too. Catherine's double danglers. I assume he was looking to see which burned books were salvageable. One of them was probably Jananin Link book. Maybe? If it is salvageable, then he might be able to do something about it. So Vedra is free to be with the rest of his civilization. I presume Atrus can make some fixes to Narayan now that he remembers it exists. Maybe. We can hope so. Provided he doesn't, you know, get completely caught up in doing Relishon stuff and forget it exists again. About as good an ending you can hope for, given that I think Saavedra would probably just try to hit him with a hammer. I mean, yeah, he seemed pretty good at it. To be fair, Saavedra can't actually get back to the Tomana book now that the shield is down and no one can get to Jananin. It's true. I do wonder if Atrus were to go in there and be like, you know what, this shield system I did install is pretty dumb, now that I think about it. This probably shouldn't exist, and he just wrote it so that it doesn't exist anymore. Then you probably have about 15 minutes before Saavedra shows up at speed with a hammer. Let's see here. Like there's no contact. I'm just saying if Atrus still has the Narayan descriptive book, he could probably make it more stable, but he wouldn't be able to tell what he was doing because no link book. I assume the shield was originally the final part of the sun puzzle, yeah? Maybe, yeah. The Riven descriptive book was in Denis, the basement of Gen's old residence, where he trapped Atrus because he's a horrible, abusive father. Yep. Right. Gotcha. There may have been a way to lift the other shield after the puzzle is solved originally? Maybe, and it's just gone now? Inconvenient. Was there a device on the outside of the outer shield? I mean, it's possible, I suppose. If there is, we can probably expect Saavedra to show up at speed with a hammer. The shield to me seems like the final part of the puzzle to encourage cooperation, and they probably had someone there to operate it. Maybe it was Saavedra's job to operate the levers for the suns, given he was apparently important in Orion. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. And given that, like, his reaction to being trapped outside the shield wasn't, oh no, I'm trapped. It was, oh no, not again. So maybe, in fact, that was his job, and the Suns tricked him into getting stuck out there, and that was how they first gained control over that situation? Maybe? We're looking, after all, at a puzzle that has been heavily modified specifically to trap someone. Yeah, he was trying to rescue Catherine, but he couldn't even leave the Riven book alone. Also, remember, he had no idea Narayan was even in trouble. Yay, thank you for playing Myst. I hope you enjoyed them. I did. Shoot, I forgot. We did not have 2 a.m. tonight. 2 a.m.? What's this? It's Saavedra with the steel chair. 2 2 a.m. tonight. Oh, you mean like it's not necessarily going to go until 10 o'clock my time, which is 2 a.m. your time or something like that? Or is something else going on? Are you having a time shift tonight? Went from winter time to summertime, so it's an hour later. Oh, I see. It just happens on a different day where you are. Interesting. Gotcha. Well, I suppose it's probably a good night to have a short stream then on your end of things, eh? Yeah, probably. So, having gotten through Myst 3, I suppose it's time we decide if we're going to be doing Myst 4 and 5. Daylight saving strikes at all. It's not happening where we are yet either. I see. I didn't actually realize that it was that widespread. That I knew that it happened the way it happens here, pretty much only here, but I didn't recognize that it also happened in some form in a lot of other places. That's news to me. Up to if you want to do the other Mysts. I haven't played them, so I have no opinion. Given how they are reviewed and given how my experience was with the ones that are well-reviewed, like I enjoyed the ones that were well-reviewed, but I frequently got myself stuck, and there are certain puzzles that I have opinions about how they're implemented. Although someone did point out in the comments, apparently, okay, remember back in Riven where there's the button by the fish, and the button is like really tiny, and like how would you find that? Apparently, the reason for that is that you're supposed to do it the other way around. You're supposed to go and figure out how to get to his office from the other direction, and then you can find the exit to the fish. And when you open the exit to the fish, the button is sticking up and glowing, and so you can be like, oh, there's a button. So then if you want to get back in, you can turn around and hit the button, and in you go. So that's why it's difficult to find. You're not supposed to find it that way, supposedly. That's what I've heard. Which does make more sense, so I withdraw my criticisms on that front. But the fire marble puzzle still exists, so I do not withdraw all my criticisms. And thanks, by the way, Chaotic, for sharing all the differences in the remake. I don't have that one, so it's interesting to see all the different things. I would recommend Abduction. It's been a while, but I remember it being a good game. It's like genuinely a modern Myst game. And there's also Firmament, but I don't know anything about that one. Fire marble puzzles, yes. Hence why the remake removed the button entirely. It's true. As you have to open the passage from the other side. Well, there you go. It was why make it an option to do it the wrong way around when you could just not. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. I will check into the ones you recommend. I would actually recommend throwing them in the if you're not aware, in the Discord, there is in the future series plans channel. If you look at the pinned messages or in the channel description, there's a link to, I think maybe you contributed things to there already, Chaotic, I can't remember. But yeah, the game recommendation form, that's where I normally compile all this stuff. I would say throw them in there, and we'll decide if we're going to do those a little bit down the line. I think for now I'll probably take a little bit of a break from Myst and its ilk. And I don't know if maybe we'll move on to, because the other thing in the most recent poll, there were 3 things that were the front runners in terms of what people wanted to see, and we've done 2 of them, but the third one is Psychonauts, and I would really like to play Psychonauts 2, and I keep putting it off, so maybe it's time to do the thing where I play Psychonauts and then Psychonauts 2? Maybe. Of course, I also have people waiting for me to actually get around to doing friggin' Deltarune again. There's so much to do. There's so much to do. That makes sense. I had no idea it was supposed to be the way around. I've always brute forced my way into Fishmouth. I don't blame you. Yeah, if that's the way you found, then yeah. Which of the Mysts would you say is your favorite? Oh, that's a tricky one. I mean, the first Myst kind of cements the formula, right? Like, you can't have a Myst-like game without having Myst the original one. And the cutscenes are less well done, of course, but I mean, since it's just like members of the programming team who are just recording themselves, I assume, that's understandable. I'd say it's between Exile and the first one would be my favorite. There were good elements to all of them. Riven was the most frustrating for me, and I did get thoroughly lost in, what was it called? Idani? The nature one? Idana, that's the one, Idana. But I think that's probably more on me than anything else, my sense of direction and the fact that I didn't have a good system for mapping that place. Because if I'd realized when I was exploring that I was taking branching paths and recognized that was why I was getting to places that weren't where I was before, I wouldn't have gotten so confused. But I got so confused. So I think that's mostly on just me and my 42-year-old brain. And I feel like this, like, I might go for Exile as well, because you have the sort of opaque presentation of the puzzles where you have to look at everything and get the information that you need through roundabout means, but you also have the story taking a more central role, because while there is story in Myst, it's, you know, it's weaker, but the world hasn't been developed. The acting is the acting. it's incredibly amusing, but it's not exactly, you know, the Sons were definitely carpet chewers in terms of their acting, and it was hilarious, but it was also, and you know, you had the static thing going on with the book, which makes it pretty hard to get any information out. So it's mostly the puzzles take front and center, where the story is kind of as a side thing that you can try and figure out while you're there. I mean, there was the books you could read in the library, now that I think on it, so there was that much anyway. I'm kind of leaning towards Exile myself. But Myst was also quite good. Riven was good, but it definitely needed the tweaks that it got in the remake, I would say. They were certainly justified in being done. But there were some very satisfying puzzles to figure out in that one as well. But I feel like I needed more hints in that one than I did in any other one. I think? It's hard for me to see. You would know better than me, I suppose. You're the one providing the hints. I like Exile's story the best and its creatures, but I do agree that some of the puzzles are a bit wibbly and not as much the fire marbles. Oh, Psychonauts games are fun. And Exile has one of my favorite puzzles, which is the A-Materia physics puzzles. Those ones were good. Those were really good. Riven's still my personal favorite. No kidding. It balances out. That's fair. I can definitely see why people like it. The nostalgia factor for me elevates the other two, since I never played Riven as a kid. Consider Original Myst also has flat table Atrus. It's true, it does. Thoroughly Myst. I do agree Idana can be confusing. It suffers from the Myst Exile issue of sometimes you can't tell when you can go someplace. Yes, like I said, the Final Fantasy VII hit select and it shows you an arrow over the exits from the room you're in would go a long way in some of the regions in Myst 3. Big Exile dumb. Yeah, Exile win. Yeah, I think Exile is my favorite. I got too frustrated in Riven. And that's partially on me, admittedly. It's not really the game's fault in a lot of ways. There's a lot of really good world building in Riven as well. I'm really glad that Chaotic shared the remake, because I suspect the remake polishes out a lot of the issues that I had with Riven. Because there's definitely a solid basis there, and there's some real good puzzles. And the whole thing with Gen playing himself up as a god, but just being generally incompetent at what he does and vindictive and malignant. It's good. It's a good setting. The setting and the reason that you're there in Riven makes a lot of sense. Whereas in Myst, you know, you randomly stumble into it, and Myst 3, you kind of are like, you're friends with them now, but I actually didn't realize that you lived on the same planet. Which I guess makes sense. You're both humans. Why wouldn't you live on the same planet? But for whatever reason, since it was places I'd never heard of, I was like, well, you must live in, I don't know, space somewhere. But no, and it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. But yeah, Riven is solid as well, is what I'm saying. I just had bits of it that got me very frustrated, and I needed a lot of hints in order to get around them. But they were all quite solid. I enjoyed these quite a bit. But I do think it's a good idea to move on to something else, at least for now. I'm thinking we'll probably do Psychonauts next, and I'm guessing I won't 100% it this time, because last time I played it, I did 100% it, and I know how difficult it is to do that, and what you get for winning is like a 15-second cutscene at the end of the game. If 15 seconds, it may not even been that long. But we'll see how it goes. And Psychonauts 2 is entirely new territory to me. I know nothing about it aside from that it has the same main character. So I'm thinking that's where we'll go next. But yeah, in case you were wondering why we're streaming on Saturday instead of Sunday today, that is because tomorrow I have an hour-long gig in the morning, and I might not have a voice after that. So figured we should get it done now while I still have energy and vocal capacity, you know? Yeah. Riven has some great world building. Remake fixed a lot of issues, yeah. I suspect if you had played Riven Remake, you would have a much better time. That's probably true, but I'm glad I played the original because it just has that feel to it. Like, the Myst remakes were good. Like, the one that I played, it was really well done, so I feel like it was okay playing that instead of the actual original. Although, admittedly, I'm pretty sure at some point I did, when I was a child, wander around in the original and failed to figure anything out and not even notice that I could read the books. So, I had some experience there. You know, and I did grow up at that point, so like I knew what old games felt like. So it was kind of nice playing the old, you know, having the feeling of playing an old game. It was good. It was good. Yeah. Yeah. I suspect if you, you've been a bit odd to go back to the Res Exile graphics. Atrus more like Space-trus. Yeah, humans live above ground, and the Denier subterranean. Is that why it's pronounced Dunny? Haha, joke. Psychonauts 2 is very good. I've heard it is very good. I have a friend who played the Psychonauts and really enjoyed them, so I think they're good, but I don't know much about them. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you. Speaking of Myst, yes? The Unity remake of Myst, in my opinion, is very faithful in terms of aesthetic to the original. It seems like it, yeah. Felix, the Rain and Stone ship is entirely unique to Myst masterpiece. Saw a screenshot from the original Myst, and the Stone ship age was yellow. Huh! So no wonder they didn't feel like they had to keep it in every version, because apparently it wasn't an original feature. Huh! What do you know about that? Well, then I am glad I played the version I did, because it seemed like the atmosphere in the various ages was very well done. And so I can see why you would expect it would be just the standard way things were portrayed. But, yeah, gotcha. Good to know. Good to know. That immediately elevates the Unity remake for me. The Rain and Stone ship is one of my favorite things. It really does add a lot to the feel of it, you know? You have these ages where they have been intricately, like, innately changed and scoured of life, but, like, they have their own new situations, you know? Yeah, yeah. That's a really good... I'm just kind of babbling here about stuff, you know, because it's not technically the end of stream yet. Well, we're not going to talk that long for sure. But in any case, it's a really good way of working with the fact that they couldn't really do a lot of people in the game without making them look terrible. Because, you know, they had the real life videos that they spliced in, and they did it in a way where it made sense that they looked the way they did, you know, with the corruption through the book viewer and all that. But, like, they couldn't put a lot of people in the world, so making it be a factor that the worlds that you're in should have people and don't was a clever way to do it. It was good. I liked it. I liked them. I had a good time playing these games. Thank you for sticking around with me while I was doing so. I think I am going to close it off here, though, because, technically speaking, I haven't recorded the Zelda for Monday, and again, I may not have a voice tomorrow afternoon, so yeah. Seems like a good time to do it. The beast is still sitting on the ottoman over there just to spite me. Alright, you be that way. Anyway, yeah. That's one of the biggest things I think about the Myst series. So cool. Agreed. I love this series. It's very close to my heart. Yeah, it's really good. I had a good time. I'm glad I finally played it, because it's always been one of those sort of mysteries in my mind where it's like, this was a thing where I bounced off of it entirely as a kid because I was, frankly, too young and stupid to be able to figure anything out. I had no idea what I was doing. But now I get it. I didn't understand that there was a story going through the five of them. How I didn't recognize it was a series properly, but it is. Anyway, I said I was going to end it, and I probably should. So, thank you for sticking around. Hope you had a good time with this. I did very much, and I'm glad they exist. I'm glad they are still around and available to modern audiences, because they're good. They're good. I like that. Anyway, thank you for coming to the stream, and I hope that the rest of your weekend, because it's actually the weekend for all of y'all, I hope the rest of your weekend goes well, and we should be back on Wednesday, I believe, will be the plan. So, yeah, Wednesday, unless you hear otherwise, we'll probably get it going on Psychonauts 1, which, again, I have played, so it won't be news to me, but, yeah, it's still a good game, so hopefully you can stop by for that. And, yeah, be well in the meantime, and I'll see you again soon. Good night.